From Bangkok to London to New York, demand for Dachshunds has soared. Joining us now is Bloomberg's Thanthong-Knight, our Bangkok bureau chief, and I should say a Dachshund owner. Randy, this is an amazing piece. I love Dachshunds. I've always wanted a long-haired Dachshund. I have not yet gotten one. Yes,
I'm learning things today.
How did you note this trend happening? Yes, in Thailand where you're based, but around the world as you chart out here. This is a global phenomenon.
Yeah, so it started when I got my Dachshund when I moved here to Bangkok from Ottawa, and that was late last year. And then I started noticing them more and more, and I was like, am I imagining things? And then I started looking into it, and then, I started seeing celebrities posting photos with a Dachshund. Aaron Judge, Yankees. Captain had Gaston Penny, and then I see a lot of TikTokers, a lot of celebrities locally as well. They post with Dachshund, and then I was like, well, I'm not imagining things. Then I started digging in through the data, and then I found that on American Kennel Club, 10 years ago, they were at 13th most popular breed, and then over the past decade, it's been growing popularity, and it reached number 5. Last year, taking Poodle out of number 5. And then in the UK, it's a similar thing as well. So over the past decade, the number of annual registration has doubled, and it's now the 3rd.
This is so funny. I actually, anecdotally, have seen an increase in Dachshunds around New York as well. But you said there are...
registered breed in the UK.
There are Dachshund cafes. You write at a cafe in a Bangkok suburb, customers can pay $9 to spend an hour and a half with more than 30 sausage dogs. Have you experienced this? Is this a business model David and I should replicate as our side hustle?
Side hustle.
Yes, well, maybe you should. Well, so I came across this cafe because I was just essentially reaching out to different breeders here in Bangkok, and then cafe, like, you should come visit. And then I went there, and they were just like preparing to open, because at that point they weren't officially open yet. But and then I went back again when they're open, and it's now super popular. They opened it for the first time in June, and it's now like a must-see spot for tourists. Like, they're super packed now, especially in the evening where they let their dog run in the yard. And so it's like 35 Dachshunds now they have.
See, this could be a work trip for you. You might have to go investigate.
One of my favorite Dachshund owners, besides Randy, of course, is Gary Steingart, the novelist. And I'm going to put up a photo here that Gary Steingart posted on his Instagram of his dog, Bernie, upon adoption of the dog. And he wrote on his Substack, Gary Steingart, one of my favorite authors, Dachshunds have appeared in almost all of my novels. In my new one, Vera or Faith, the titular heroine gets compared to a Dachshund several times by her dad. Let's just say, Gary Steingart writes, it is the ultimate compliment as far as I am concerned. He talks about how he's longingly looking at Gary Steingart's martini. Randy, what is it about the Dachshund? So obviously you were entranced by the beauty of this small dog. As you talk to other owners, what is it that draws them to the Dachshund? Yes, there are the economic considerations we talked about at the top, but what is it about this dog?
Yeah, there's other small yappy dogs. I have one. It's not a Dachshund. So, yes. Yeah, why did you want one?
Yeah, so I've heard it described several times with different owners. They say that they're big dogs in small body, right? So I mean, we're living in a small living situation. Like, a lot of people don't have space for big dogs, but they still want that big dog personality. And so Dachshund is perfect. They're like big dog packed in little tiny body, so they would bark at things, but they're also very loving as well. They would just want to be close to you. So I have 2 dogs. Like, my first one is a Pomsky, and he want to be near me, but doesn't want to get too close. Yeah, but with Woodford, he just want to climb into my lap, or at least some part of his body needs to be touching me when I'm watching TV, or when I'm, in bed, or when I'm going to the bathroom. He just want to be there and touching me all the time. And Sinclair, on the other hand, just, he just want to be near me, but don't want to touch me. So it's different. And several owners have described the same thing to me, that they are the most loving breed that they've experienced. And for a lot of Dachshund owners, they say that once you got one, you would just want to keep getting another one. Oh, and one other thing is that Dachshund owners tend to have this sort of like form a tight-knit community. I've seen several events now in Bangkok of Dachshund walks or Dachshund meetup. And there's a global event called World Dachshund Day as well in June. And I went to that one as well.
I mean, who doesn't love a sausage dog? Quickly before you go, I do have to ask you, they do have some health concerns. A lot of these breeds do. I know that people who have these dogs have to have these little staircases everywhere because their long spines tend to, like, you know, lead to slip discs. Is that a concern? Is that something people should worry about, or is it an issue that you can address? We've only got about 30 seconds.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's a concern because 1 in 4 Dachshund may experience that, but we can help avoid that by providing ramp. Don't let them jump up and down tall pieces of furniture. And when we need to just take care of them, you know, extra care of their backs, and you know, you have to hold them and support their entire back, and don't roughhouse them.
Don't roughhouse them.
I feel like, you know, I could use some hold and support me and don't roughhouse. I think that's good advice for everybody.
Randy, thank you very much. Randy Thanthong-Knight joining us from Bangkok. Great piece, commended to you on the terminal at Bloomberg.com.